When I was earlier in my career, I thought money meant safety. Money doesn't automatically give you freedom. It gives you leverage, and leverage cuts both ways. Money controls you emotionally. If you don't control your time, money won't help you think better. And thinking clearly is everything. Hey, this is Hana. I'm recording this as a short, honest conversation. I spend most of my time building, investing, and working with teams across traditional finance and Web3. This isn't advice, it's just how I've learned to think about money by being in it. Today, I want to talk about money and control. I want to start with something very simple. Most people don't actually want money. They want relief. Relief from stress, relief from urgency, relief from not having options. Money just happens to be the things that we associate with that relief. When I was earlier in my career, I thought money meant safety. If I earned enough, I'd stop worrying. If I earned more, I'd feel free. But after years working with founders and investors, I realized something. Money doesn't automatically give you freedom. It gives you leverage, and leverage cuts both ways. Let me explain what I mean. When money is tight, your decision-making window shrinks. You don't think in months, you think in days. You don't think in quality, you think in survival. You reply very quickly, you accept meetings without asking why. You say yes before you've thought it through. I've been in that mode, and it's exhausting. But at least it's obvious. What's less obvious is what happens when money starts coming in, income increases, and so do expectations. Your lifestyle upgrades quietly. Your responsibilities expand. Your calendar fills up. Suddenly, your life needs a certain income to just stay stable. At that point, money isn't freeing you, it's anchoring you. This is the first big lesson I've learned. Money that increases your fixed obligations reduce your control. This isn't about luxury spending. It's about fixed costs, team size, long-term commitments, social expectations. Every fixed obligation narrows your decision space. You can't pause easily. You can't walk away calmly. You can't take risks without stress. The second lesson I learned is about identity. Many people tie their identity to what money enables. The role, the title, the lifestyle, the perception of success. Once that happens, money controls you emotionally. You stay in a situation longer than you should. You avoid hard resets. You optimize for optics instead of clarity. I've watched very capable people stay stuck because walking away would feel like losing, even when staying was costing their energy, health, or long-term growth. The third lesson is about time. Money often buys convenience, but it also invites fragmentation. More meetings, more stakeholders, more opinions. If you don't actively protect your time, your ability to think clarity reduces. And once you lose that, money becomes noises, not leverage. One thing being a founder taught me very quickly is this. If you don't control your time, money won't help you think better. And thinking clearly is everything. So at some point, I stopped asking, how do I make more money? And I started asking better questions. What decision do I want to make without fear? What kind of pressure do I want to eliminate first? That shift changes everything. Instead of maximizing income, you start optimizing for decision quality. Can I wait when things are unclear? Can I say no without over-explaining? Can I walk away from misaligned incentives? Those moments show how much control you really have. One practical framework I use now is I separate money into two categories. Money that expands optionality versus money that increases dependency. The first gives you space. The second quietly limits you. They can look identical on paper, but feel very different in life. So instead of chasing more, I focus on designing my life to protect clarity. Because once you have clarity, money becomes a tool, not a driver. If there's one thing I want you to take from this episode, is this. Money is most valuable when it removes fear from decision-making. And if it doesn't, it's worth asking why. That's all I want to share today. If this made you rethink how you relate to money, sit with it. I'll share more of this conversation as I go. Thank you for listening and see you at next one.